kids at home now wanting to become like Otani because he's also a hot ticket.
And he does it like nobody else has done it. For the next 100 years, we're going to be talking about a guy that did two things, hit and pitch as good as anybody that has ever played the game.
Run the bases. Shohei is just unique. Shohei is only Shohei, nobody else.
これらのコメントは MLB 殿堂入り投手であり、現役時代最も打ちにくい投手と称されたペドロ・マルティネス氏の言葉です。ドミニカ共和国出身のペドロ氏は1990年代から2000年代にかけてレッドソックスのエースとして君臨。通算防御率 2.93、奪三振率はリーグ最高水準を誇り、2015年に野球殿堂入りを果たしました。投手として史上最高クラスの実績を持つペドロ氏がリアルタイムで大谷選手を見続け、こう断言しています。
Unreal. Unreal. I was like a kid in a candy store where he found probably the chocolate that he's never seen.
ということで今回の動画では、ペドロ氏が大谷選手を語ったインタビューを4本まとめて紹介し、ペドロ氏の目線を通じて、大谷選手がどれほど異次元の存在なのか、その本質に迫っていきます。2018年、大谷選手がメジャーデビューした直後、2021年、前人未到の投打オールスター選出を果たした夜、2023年、FA を前にした転換点、そして2025年、二刀流として完全復活し、ワールドシリーズ連覇を果たした後、歴史上最も偉大な投手の一人であるペドロ氏は、大谷選手のこれまでの活躍をどのように見ているのでしょうか。それでは、早速1本目からどうぞ。
Right. You can say that kind of continue, but you can recognize the unbelievable thing, Pedro, that we're witnessing right now.
It is unreal to actually watch, and it's hard for all of us not to get on the bandwagon and get excited about it. But imagine the kids at home now wanting to become like Otani because he's also a hot ticket. Every single kid wants to see this player that's a special, and it's a special enough that he could hit homers, he could hit for average, he could run the bases, he could do it all, and then come out there and throw 100 and with a nasty splitter and a breaking ball that's actually going to get better with time.
Tell us what you see when you watch him pitch, because he had it all working yesterday. He was free and easy. What do you see, Pedro?
So many things that you can say about Otani and how he looks. This is a guy that's more of a traditional pitcher than the average Japanese pitcher or the Asian pitcher that comes over. This is a guy that's 100. He's 6'4", nice body. Look at you, Darvish here. See the little hesitation? Most of the Asian pitchers or the Japanese pitchers will give you a little hesitation, will give you a little something to try to deceive you. But this guy is just look at Tanaka. Tanaka a lot shorter. See?
Got that little kick.
Got the little kick, the little hesitation. Most of the Japanese guys, including Nomo and those guys that I got the opportunity to play with, will have some of that. But this guy is a conventional guy. Look how fluent he is. Look how he drives from the back leg. A lot of people would think he's actually throwing this ball with his arm. That back leg is the one that gives him that 100-mile-an-hour speed on his fastball, allows him time to pinpoint his location, and also allows him to stay back long enough so that he can flip the splitter from the same angle and deceive a lot of those hitters.
Now, before we talk about the split, I want to come back to something you said, Brian, or Pedro said, actually, that kids are wanting to be Shohei Otani. I think it's great. I heard a phrase last summer, a phrase that I'd never heard before, that this kid's a PO. I went, that mean he ticked off, PO? No, pitch only. And he was 11 years old. I'm like, pitch only at 11?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I wanted to hit so bad at that age.
Let him play everywhere.
Yes.
And I hope that he's bringing this back to a lot of the coaches that are coaching youth baseball. You don't know what the kid's going to end up being at 10, 11 years old. Let him play everywhere. Let him do all these things. I think it's great. But you do have some concern about the split. Talk about that.
I do have concerns because he's so young. His youth concerns me when you're that powerful and you have to go and flip a splitter after a splitter, especially when he's ahead. He wants to use the splitter more than he will use his breaking ball, or his fastball to blow him away.
What's the danger of that then? What's wrong?
Well, the thing is, because he's so young, his ligaments might not be mature enough to hold for an entire season here in the States. In Japan, he probably had a little bit more of a luxury to actually have more time to rest and come and pitch. And they're not really as stressful inning as they're going to be here in the big leagues. Here he's facing top-notch kind of players every single day. So he's going to be forced to use the splitter a lot more on a power arm, even though he has a really good release point. He's very consistent from the same angle. He does it for the fastball. He does it for the breaking ball. He elevates well. But the splitter is the one that concerns me 37%
where do you
of the
feel
time.
the effects of the split?
Well, the thing is, as soon as you grab the splitter, you can see that your ligaments on the outside right here, the ones from your fingers, see how they get really stiff? They get really stiff when you're about to deliver that splitter, you even put even more pressure. And now the inside of the ligaments, which are the ones that go to the elbow, those are the ligaments that actually get tighter when you pull it down, because it's a power pitch that you pull down on the split finger.
Did you throw a split much?
I did not, and because of that, and I was also a 3/4, so that was dangerous for me to actually mess around with the split finger. But for him, because he's so young, his ligaments might not be as mature for the amount of pitches he's gonna have to endure during the season. Concerns me a lot.
So we've seen Tanaka with the split.
Yes.
Daisuke.
But you also seen problems with Tanaka. You've seen problems with you, Darvish. Mm-hmm. Everybody that threw a splitter, except maybe Nomo, encountered some kind of problem with his elbow once he got to the big leagues here in the United States.
And that is what makes him so devastating. He was starting counts. He was at first pitch throwing the splitter, then coming back inside hard, and there's nothing they could do about it. The A's could do nothing with that.
Right now, while he's young, he's not going to feel it. But once you get him to August and September and flipping the same amount of splitters and the players are making adjustment to what he throws, he's going to probably utilize his splitter a little bit more, and he might end up fatigued.
The interesting thing, too, that he'll face is the lineups are going to start to get a little bit better. You know, Oakland chased a lot of pitches that they don't need to. And when I face Jack Morris with his split, or Dave Stewart, those guys with the forkball split, your first time through, you chase it all the time. Mm-hmm. Then you realize, hold on, this guy's throwing 100 miles an hour. I better start hitting the fastball. Because if you notice, on Sunday, he ate the A's up with the fastball. First time around, it was hanging breaker, I'm hitting it. And then all of a sudden, he started adding the split. And now he realized, okay, I got 100, hit this. And so the hitters are going to have to figure out, I'm laying off the split. I got to honor the 100. And so he may be able to, as he continues to make his personal adjustments, get even better results as he continues to understand I can use that fastball a little more effectively.
He was throwing the splitter for strikes, though. That's he's dropping it. You get this thing that you can't lay off. He's throwing it for strikes.
See, it's I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's a lot smoother for you when you have all three working. And obviously on Sunday he had it. Now I'm yet to see him when he's struggling a little bit and he has to flip a lot more. He has to flip a lot more and locate better. Especially if you have a little bit of something tingling on your shoulder or elbow, and you're going to have to go and not have 100, not have your good sharp breaking ball or the nasty splitter. That's when I'm yet to see what he's going to react like. Because on Sunday, it looked to me like he had everything he needed. He was poised. He was relaxed. He knew what he wanted to do, and he executed to perfection. And one little base hit to left field. That's all I saw.
I think we're going to see him chase this a little bit more, though, because there's a lot of strikeouts in the big leagues. You know, this isn't back, I'm going to make contact, I'm worried about it. No, this is I'm letting it fly, and he's going to eat those lineups up.
He's getting swinging strikes. By the way, I mean, just to back up, he's got a 2.08 ERA. I know it's just a week. He's got a 4.21 on base. He's slugging 8.89. This should be, I'm just saying, like, it should be like Fernando Mania. It should be like Mark the Bird Fidrich. Like, I don't know how the media works now, but
this is like a dream come through for
but
you.
we might, Pedro, grab joy when it's there. Like, when it's there, and it's like, wait, it's happening. He's not, like, no good. Like, a lot of, like, there was a big media reports all through spring training that he could not hit at the major league level. His pitching was suspect. He might have to start in the minors. years and we were buying into it. Well, maybe he's not that good. No, man. It's here.
You know,
it's now.
I grew up watching John Wooden's UCLA teams, and my brothers used to tell me, you better respect this greatness when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You won't see this again.
Oh.
Respect this and understand what you're saying.
You're saying it's the best week you think in the history of the major leagues. And
Who can match it?
And how often you never say that?
No,
right? Oh, this is great.
This was
Okay,
amazing.
maybe we got really our expectations so high that we didn't allow the kid to adjust on time. I mean, it was just a little brief spring training for him.
Right.
It's the first time. We were expecting too much. The kid gets excited too. He's human. And we were putting a lot on his shoulder before he even made any adjustments. So I can understand why people, want to expect this guy to be brilliant on the first day because he obviously has the stuff. But no, it's unfair. He's only 19 years old. It's his first time in the United States.
It's 23 now. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
23. Okay. Yeah, still
Boy, if he was
baby.
19, boy, we'd go nuts. No, and by the way, that didn't count. Like, a lot of players come over from overseas and they play spring training and we get down, whoa, he's not really hitting well. They're right. It does not count. It actually doesn't count.
いかがでしたか？注目していただきたいのは、ペドロ氏が2018年の時点ですでに大谷選手の凄さとリスクの両方を正確に指摘していた点です。当時、大谷選手の二刀流挑戦に賛同する声は決して多くありませんでした。どちらか一方に絞るべきだという声が多い中、ペドロ氏は大谷選手の才能をいち早く見抜き、評価していたのです。その一方で、スプリットの多投による肘への不安。実際に大谷選手は2018年のシーズン途中にトミー・ジョン手術を受けることになります。ペドロ氏の予言は残念ながら的中してしまいました。さて、時は流れて2021年、大谷選手はトミー・ジョン手術からの完全復活を遂げ、投打オールスター選出という前代未聞の偉業を達成します。それではオールスター前に行われたインタビューをご覧ください。
We got interpreter Ipe. Ipe, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
And that is Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, the biggest star in baseball right now. Shohei, first and foremost, for all of us that love the game, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you so much. Is a home run derby, and fans are cheering for you, is a home run derby something you've always wanted to compete in?
もうずっと出たいとは思ってたので、招待していただいて光栄だなと思ってます。
It's something I always wanted to do, and I was really happy to get the invitation.
Now, how do you think you're going to perform tonight? Are there any nerves at all?
緊張してますし、今もね、こうやってテレビで見てる人たち、試合より緊張するので、こういう方が苦手だなとは思ってます。
Yeah, definitely there's some nerves, but I'm more nervous about talking to you guys because I always see you guys on TV.
You're okay, Shohei. You're okay.
I tell you what, I love you. I got one thing. Can you sign my ball, please?
Oh my God, we got.
Can you sign my baseball? Shohei Ohtani. I don't even ask Pedro Martinez for an autograph.
Yep.
Honestly, I think you're going to get kicked out of here for doing that.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, my kids are going to love it. No, you know what's so amazing is I didn't see Babe Ruth. I've never seen anybody like you, ever, do the things that you do. So it is really extraordinary. What are you doing? When did you start pitching and hitting? Was it Little League? Was it early on? What happened?
もうずっとピッチャーと、最初ショートとか守ってたんですけど、高校ぐらいからは外野になってっていう感じです。
Yeah, ever since I was little, I pitched and hit. I actually played shortstop growing up. But once I hit high school, that's when I started playing more outfield rather than shortstop.
So if you weren't DHing, would you play the outfield?
そうです。日本でも外野守ったりしてたので、はい。
Yeah, that's something I would be doing. I did that in Japan actually my first couple of years.
Ooh, Greg.
Well, Shohei, as a pitcher, I understand the thought process that you go through when you're facing hitters. But as a hitter, I was never able to make the transition from facing a hitter to facing a pitcher or pitching to a hitter and then becoming the hitter, a good hitter like you are. And what is the difference between the thought process between pitching and facing a pitcher?
とは思うんですけど、両方の気持ちが分かるので、やりやすいように見えるんですけど、彼の場合はその打つ時にはそのピッチャーのシーンが見えづらかったんですけど。
そう、打席の中では特にピッチャーの顔つきだったりとか、雰囲気だったりとかっていうのは結構見たりするので、ピッチャーでいる時よりはバッターの時の方が、そういうのは分かりやすいかなと思います。
Yeah, so when he's hitting, he likes to pick up on the pitchers' like expression, like their body language, like their like swag, I guess. That kind of gives him some tips at the plate, more than when he's pitching.
Oh, but facing a guy like Judge, does it come across his mind, the approach he takes when he's pitching against a guy like Aaron Judge, a power hitter like you, and when you're hitting, it's like you have to make the adjustment, read the thought process, and at the same time hit the ball, hit it with power, hit for average. How difficult is that?
もちろんピッチャーのシーンでバッターのシーンで分かってると思うんですけど、ジャッジみたいなパワーヒッターと対戦するときは、自分もパワーヒッターなのである程度バッターのシーンとか読んだりすると思うんですけど、そういうのはどううまくやってるんですか？
どうなのかなっていうのをよく考えました。その階級だったりとか、例えばカウントによってだったりとか、自分だったらどういうふうに、自分と対戦した時にプロセスを踏むかっていうのはよく考えるので、プレーしてる時もそういうふうには考えます。
Yeah, he puts himself in like the batter's shoes and see what he would do in certain counts and certain pitches, and that he does think about that when he's pitching against hitters. So
it is amazing.
So if they took away one of them, you couldn't pitch or you couldn't hit, they made you do one or the other, would you be as good a player?
もしどっちかに絞れって言われた場合、バッター1本でピッチャー1本でいったとしたら、その二刀流やってるよりいいパフォーマンスを発揮できると思う。
正直やったことがないのでわからないんですけど、もうこのバランスの中でうまいバランスでこう回ってるので、今いい感じでなってるのかなっていうのは正直なところかなとは思ってます。
Yeah, so he's never actually picked one. He's always been doing both. So he loves the balance in between both. So it's hard to tell you if he picked one to really excel in it or not. He just really likes the balance of doing both.
Because I think that's part of his greatness. I think that makes him great because he does both. If they made him do one, I don't know if we get the greatness. You agree?
彼が見るには 2個やってるから、バランスをよくやってるからこう両投打で活躍できてると思うので、もし1個に絞ったらそこまでじゃないかなっていう気持ちがあるんですけど、自分もそう感じたりします。
自分ではそう感じてます。はい。
Yeah, definitely feel that way.
All right.
Well, I have one more question, one little question, and then I know you gotta go. You have to prepare. You have to get ready. But who inspired you to be this, double player? I would say, because he's an all-star as a pitcher and an all-star as a hitter. So who inspired him? Who was his idol growing up that made him choose both sides of the game?
なぜ幼少期のアイドルというか憧れてた人は誰でしょうか。その人の影響でその二刀流やるきっかけになった幼少期のアイドルという。
アイドル、よく見てたのはやっぱイチローさんとか松井さんとか、バッターはそうですね。ピッチャーはもちろんペドロさんですかね。
Yeah, he idolized Ichiro, Hideki Matsui, obviously, but for pitcher, it had to be Mr. Pedro Martinez.
Well, that's a great honor.
Wow.
That's a great honor.
So I got to ask you this. Pedro has been open about you would have loved to face Babe Ruth.
I would have loved to face Babe Ruth.
Would you have liked your chances against Babe Ruth?
I would have loved to, and I think I'll probably.
So would you have liked his chances striking out Babe Ruth?
Believe me.
Okay. Would you have liked to face Babe Ruth when he was a pitcher? And would you have liked your chances to hit off Babe Ruth? Because Pedro can't answer that question.
No.
したいなと思いますけど、打てるかなっていうのはちょっとわからないです。自信はないですけど。
Definitely love to face him, but can't tell you if I could get a hit off him. Not too confident.
Oh, okay. My kids love video games. My son loves it. If Shohei Ohtani was pitching in the video game against Shohei Ohtani, the hitter, who do you think would win that battle?
いい意味で、翔平対翔平で対戦したら、どっちの翔平が勝つんでしょう。
バッターじゃないですかね。
Probably the hitter.
I like that. Okay.
この場面で特に興味深いのは、大谷選手が投手の表情やボディランゲージが打席でのヒントになると語った部分です。投手の心理を打者として読める。これは 自身も投手であるからこそ持てる視点です。投手がどのカウントで決め球を使いたいか、どの場面でカウントを稼ぎに来るか、その感覚を打席に応用できることは二刀流選手だからこそ持つ唯一無二のアドバンテージと言えます。それから憧れの投手はペドロ・マルティネスという発言で、ペドロ氏が感動していた場面も印象的でした。憧れの選手の前で恥ずかしがらずに本人に伝える、この素直さも大谷選手の魅力の一つですよね。一方、この時点での大谷選手にはチームとしての課題がありました。エンゼルスは万年 B クラスに近い成績で、どれだけ個人成績が輝いてもチームが勝てない状況が続いていました。 FA という選択肢が現実味を帯びてきた2023年、リッチ・アイゼンショーにゲスト出演したペドロ氏は大谷選手の知られざる一面を語ります。
Control only what you can control, but he can control his future. I mean, we're seeing it in the NBA with Damian Lillard telling the Blazers, I want out and I want to be traded. I want to be gone. We see that so many different times with athletes, and he can do that right now, to tell the Angels I want out. And the question is what is he thinking on that front? I mean, because to me, all of this talent and all of this planning and all of this nonstop, as you just pointed out, work, it's a 24/7, 365 commitment here. He's not winning, and it looks like he's not going to win again. So he can control what he would do if he goes to the Angels and says, let's go. I want out, and I'll direct where I want to go, right?
I knowing Shohei Ohtani and his education level, he's not that type of guy that's going to say I want out. Shohei is the nicest ever player, and I don't want him to be nice with any team. I want him to get all the money he can get. I want him to get all the facilities he can get, because baseball is only so long. And you have an opportunity here to do what no one else is being able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's going to pick and choose where he goes. If he is in the situation where he has to choose, I'm pretty sure he's going to probably pick and make the right choice. But Shohei Ohtani would never express that he wants out. Shohei Ohtani's education level is meant to understand and get along with anybody in baseball, with any team, with any organization, and he's going to be fine. His discipline level doesn't allow him to be outspoken about wanting to be anywhere. Now, the business part of it is dirty. You know it. Baseball has a dark side, and that's the business part of it. It's money involved. There's no caring about me, and there's no caring about you when it comes to negotiation. So Shohei Ohtani, I'm pretty sure he's going to make the best decisions he can make, because remember, this is the guy that described his future at 14 years old. And every step he has taken in Japan, anywhere he's been, it's been the right one. So I'm expecting him to make the right choices here. And I'm sorry for the Angels if they don't have somewhere around $600 million for this guy, because someone else is going to pay it. And I know that Shohei Ohtani might be the only player that's worth all that money right now.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, the marketing, what he brings with his presence to the market is unreal. So if I'm the Angel, I'm making an effort. And believe it or not, the Angels don't look all that far from probably getting a spot to the postseason. And when you have to face Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and the rest of the players, Rendon, if healthy, it's a scary team.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they can do anything.
If healthy,
but they have to get to the postseason.
Yeah, if healthy being the key words. In the 2 minutes I have left here, then Pedro, let's just put a fine point on it. And knowing Ohtani as much as you do. And your career, we all know what happened in Boston and what a different environment and how you performed in it, what a different plane it put you on for your career and obviously anything else that you want to do in your life. You got your foundation, which you would have had no matter what, I'm sure. But you understand what I'm saying, by being in Boston and being in that environment and succeeding there. Do you think Ohtani wants that, or he likes where he is in relative sort of quiet and casting the die where it may on the winning and losing in in Southern California with the Angels, or what it would be like if he goes to New York or Boston, or keep naming towns like that, or even up the road for the Dodgers. Pedro, do you think he wants that?
I think he does. Ohtani is a great competitor. Ohtani is a great athlete. Believe me, he just has to let his abilities take over anywhere he goes. And believe me, when it comes to media attention, when it comes to being the center of everything, Ohtani's been there since he was 14 years old. Ohtani's been followed by more media than Hideo Nomo back in his days. I don't know if you remember that.
Sure.
Hideo Nomo, brought over all of Asia when it comes to media, plus the media here that wanted to see Hideo Nomo. And Ohtani has been dealing with that since he was a kid. So whatever attention there is, it's not anything that's going to impress Ohtani anymore. Ohtani is used to doing that on a daily basis. And also, Ohtani is used to dealing with success. Ohtani knows what to do to actually be successful in his sport. And he does it like nobody else has done it. For the next 100 years, we're going to be talking about a guy that did two things, hit and pitch as good as anybody that has ever played the game. And, going to New York, going to Toronto, going to San Diego, going to the Dodgers, going to the Mets, going to the Yankees is not going to affect the stage of mind that this kid is in. This kid is an amazing kid, very unique, and just like everything he does is very unique. And I'm pretty sure that whoever lands Ohtani is going to have a complete package when it comes to education, concentration, abilities, everything you can ask for, Ohtani has it.
ペドロ氏が言うからこそ、この言葉の重みは計り知れません。そして実際に、大谷選手はその言葉を証明するように結果を残し続けます。2023年オフ、総額10年7億ドルという史上最大規模の契約でドジャースへ移籍。翌2024年シーズンには、50本塁打、50盗塁という前人未到の記録を達成し、ドジャースのワールドシリーズ優勝に貢献。さらに2025年には二刀流として完全復活を果たし、ドジャースをワールドシリーズ2連覇に導きました。そして2年連続で全会一致の MVP を受賞したのです。それでは最後に受賞を聞いたペドロ氏の反応をご覧ください。
He just won another National League MVP title unanimously again.
He deserved it. He deserved it. He's one unique player. And I think he's going to end up being the most unique and best player that ever stepped on a baseball field. That's how much respect I have for what Shohei does. Shohei plays in the field, goes out there and hits, run the bases. Shohei is just unique. Shohei is only Shohei, nobody else.
Did you expect for him to come back as a two-way player, just like what he did? Did he exceed your expectation?
No, it did not exceed my expectations because Shohei showed what he could do. Shohei, the talent is there. If the Dodgers are able to do what they did this year with Shohei, which is taking slowly to get to where they need him, and they have enough pitching to support Shohei to kind of be a DH, he's going to continue to do this thing. If he has to go out there every 5 days, I think everything else is going to be a little lower. His hitting, his running, and his performance are going to be a little bit lower because it's too long. The season is too long for Shohei to keep up with both at the same level.
Hey, Pedro, you were on the air on TBS when you had the Game 4, the 10 strikeouts, 6 scoreless innings, 3 home runs. What was that like? You were on the air that night. What was it like to see him have a game like that?
Unreal. I was like a kid in a candy store where he found probably the chocolate that he's never seen.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw in Shohei. Shohei did stuff that we never imagined. That's why you have to witness every single game that Shohei Ohtani, or as a matter of fact, any player is. Because I keep saying it, every single game has its own DNA. You never find a game that's similar to the other. You might find greater things or you might find lesser things, but something different happens every single time you watch a big league game. And Shohei Ohtani is one of the big reasons why we get so many different things happening in baseball and in history as he continues to go.
信じられなかった。見たこともないチョコレートを見つけた子供のようだった。ペドロ氏のこの言葉が7年間を通じた大谷票の集大成と言えるかもしれません。2018年のデビュー時にその才能と課題を鋭く見抜き、2021年には史上初の偉業を直接目撃、2023年には設計された天才の秘密を語り、2025年にはワールドシリーズの解説席でリアルタイムでその完成形を見届けた。これだけ長い期間、一人の選手についてこれほど一貫した高評価を与え続けたペドロ氏、それ自体が大谷選手の規格外さを証明しています。才能に加え、具体的な目標、徹底した自己管理、そして二刀流というコンセプトへの揺るぎない信念。大谷選手の歩みはそれを体現しています。今シーズン、大谷選手がどのような伝説を残してくれるのか、楽しみでなりませんね。この動画をご覧いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、高評価もぜひよろしくお願いします。次の動画でまたお会いしましょう。